All right, let's start. Lock the doors, Blake. I'm glad we could all be here. Blake, Savannah, Graham, Adrian, Sarah, Carmen. Looks like everyone got the memo and the agenda. This is an informational seminar, one of several for the residents here at Trillo Court. There's been some allegations made. There's tensions prevailing. I thought we'd just nip this all in the bud before someone gets hurt. So houses with people living together. What a concept. Just a bunch of young people trying to get a leg up in life. Naturally, problems are going to arise. But what I want to impress on you today is that the diversity of personalities is actually a great strength. Based on the writings of Carl Jung, we have the Briggs-Myers personality type indicator. Basically, what it's trying to tell you is how people perceive the world and how they make decisions. So there's 4 dichotomies. It's based on how people have an attitude, whether they're introverted or extroverted, how they learn, whether they are thinking or a feeling type. Oh, I have 2 more. How they make decisions, thinking or feeling. Lifestyle, whether they are judging or perceiving. Moving right along. Why do conflicts in the home devolve into such drama? What are we missing here, folks? I'd wager what offends us most is often a person's reaction to something that we do. Or typically it could be a frustration when communication breaks down. What an awareness of personality types offers us is then a strategy of playing to another's strengths. When someone does something that mystifies you, now you have a context to put that person's actions and words into. We want the ship running smooth. A couple examples. Imagine, it's Monday. We've all got a case of the Mondays. And then there's a conflict in the fridge. Someone's yogurt's gone. No one's talking about it. Perhaps the culprit is an introvert. Introverts work in quiet spaces. They like to think things through. Maybe they haven't come forward because of that. Maybe they're unaccustomed to speaking in front of the group because it would drain their energy. Now, let's say it was your yogurt that was eaten. You're the sensing type. You focus on facts, events, details. You're thinking practically about this. You don't have a yogurt. You don't have a lunch. You're going to be hungry. Hasn't this happened before? Now, if we were to try and resolve this issue, knowing what we know, perhaps we might mediate the conflict privately, away from the rest of the household. Maybe when taking responsibility, the introvert addressed the yogurt of the past, so to speak, and lays out for the sensing type a logical order of what they might change about their behavior. Voila! Let's look at a more productive example. It's our monthly dinner bash. Everybody's coming, but who's going to cook what? Blake's an extroverted. He likes to work with others on teams. He thinks aloud. He enjoys speaking with people. Intuitive type, which means he's imaginative, he's abstract, he's creative in the kitchen. He wants to make his Blaked beans. I'm an introverted thinking. I like logic, I like reason. I'm a little more competitive, don't like to share the kitchen type. I'm also a judger. Organization and order important to me. I like to plan ahead. I don't like the chaos of the kitchen. Don't like doing a lot of dishes. Perhaps knowing all of this, I make an effort to start my biscuits, which I'll be making, earlier in the day before Blake gets home from work. Maybe I make Blake a special biscuit to emphasize our connection, since he is also a feeler, meaning he values relationships and connection. And maybe Blake, to emphasize our connection, does my dishes as a thank you. The point here, all of this nitty-gritty aside, is that we were playing to each other's strengths, and there was a communication between us about how to avoid conflict, and better yet, make an awesome dinner. These scenarios are just a couple strategies to get the same great results. Meetings like this for the introverted crowd, or one-on-one for the introverted crowd. But regardless, meeting to get an understanding of whatever it is we're working on. Maybe depending on the situation, we split into pairs. But the point being is we have to have inclusive discussion. These are all just off the top of my head, but they're not fantasy. The styles I'm describing, each has its own strengths and challenges. Understanding your type will understand your pathway to success. Understanding others is going to help us communicate, collaborate, and create great results. And it's going to help us understand our path to house success. I open the floor.